Hi everyone, today I'm going to present my work as oral. The title of my work is Effects of Substrate Temperature on the Absorption Coefficient of Copper Calcium Oxides Thin Films Prepared by Spray Pyrolysis. Abstract. In this work, two sources of copper chloride and calcium chloride with equal molarity were used to deposit copper oxide and calcium oxide thin films. Also, this paragraph talking about technique of characterizations and some values of my results. Introduction. First paragraph talking about copper oxide and second paragraph talking about calcium oxide and last paragraph talking about the aim of this work. Materials and methods. This paragraph talking about the step for preparing the solution of deposition and the deposition technique. Results, optical properties. Figure 1 shows the variation of absorption coefficient as a function of wavelength. This figure shows the absorption coefficients were recorded for our samples as a function of wavelength. In general, as the incident light wavelength increases, the absorption coefficients are found to decrease for the same samples. For the same sample, it is also remarked that it decreases with the increase in substrate temperature. Figure 2 and 3 show the variations of the refractive index and the extinction coefficient as a function of wavelength. In Figure 2, we notice that in the range of wavelength from 300 to near 800 nanometer, that the refractive index values of samples at T450 and T600 decreased slightly, while it is nearly constant for T500 and T550 samples. Near 800 nanometer wavelength, there is a sharp increase in refractive index values of all samples. This indicates that there is an increase in the densification of our films, maybe maybe due maybe due to maybe due to maybe due to increase in thickness. For wavelengths above 800 nanometer, we notice that the refractive index of samples at T450 and T500 decreases, while it continues to increase for samples at T550 and T600. In Figure 3, the extinction coefficient decreases with increase in wavelength for samples at T500 and T550 and T600, while the sample at T450 exhibits sharp increase until it reaches a peak at 600 nanometer and then decreases in the visible region. Conclusion. Consequently, we can conclude that substrate temperature has a strong effect on the absorption coefficient, refractive index, and extinction coefficient. References. Here are some references. Thank you for good listening and following up.